Hello and welcome to another quick update about Bitcoin and Cardano. Currently the market is moving sideways. Bitcoin recovered a little bit, Cardano recovered a little bit, but this is nothing significant. Cardano up 3%, not bad, but overall, as you can probably imagine, this is not an uptrend or anything. We're just moving sideways. We are holding steady pretty much. And here on the Bitcoin chart, what I really wanted to draw your attention to is how strong we came down there, and what we're just doing at the moment is really just this sort of just correcting really. So there are a few options what this could be, what we're doing here. As I said in the previous video, we could still see this wave B area. Yeah, we could still get into this wave B area, which was my original, let's call it prediction, yeah, my original expectation that after we moved down here, that we were actually going to move. So in this scenario, this would have here been a, what was that? That was a wave 5. Then you came up in a wave A, B, and the wave C would have taken us into this target area here in yellow. This is sitting between 55 and 63K. This would have been a larger wave B, after which we would then have moved in a larger wave C into my target area down here between 20 and 29K. So let's say for this final sell-off. This scenario would have taken a long time, yeah? I told you if we drop below 52 or 45.5K, this becomes much less likely. But it's still possible, because what you could see here is this was a wave 5. You just assume this was a wave 5. At the moment it's highlighted as wave 3, but that's the different scenario. So if this was a wave 5, you could still see here this wave A. Yeah, this could, where we saw the low here at 39.5K, could have been the B, and the wave C of this larger wave B could still land in this target area. Yeah, and the reason for that is that if this is an ABC, yeah, so wave 5 here, A, B, C, this wave B can overshoot, or in this case undershoot, the previous low. That is perfectly possible. Can't do it a lot, but a little bit is possible. And then you can move up from here, yeah. The other possibility is what you see here on the chart, wave 3, 4, 5, smaller wave 5, larger wave 3, yeah. That basically, that wave 5 would have completed that wave 3. Now we haven't hit the target box yet, but maybe that low here was already the wave 3, yeah, or the wave 5, you know. It is a possibility, and that from here now we are going into this wave 4 target area, which would be sitting in the area between 45 and 48K before we then come down. So, you know, there are a few possibilities here. Or the third possibility would be we come down once more into this target area, then move up and then come down. Anyway, all three scenarios point towards the target area of 20 to 29K, and all three scenarios tell me that the correction isn't over yet. Also, on top of that, the price is just lying here, you know. Yeah, a bit of a correction, a bit of a reaction here, but that's it. You don't see any impulse here to the upside, no strength in the market, nearly no volume. You know, there is nearly no volume actually. So yeah, I mean, we are now in a state here, or in a situation where we need to wait what the price is doing. This is just the case sometimes, you know, as it was here between 45.5 and 52K. We said we need to wait. Whatever happens in this range isn't really meaningful. And now also whatever happens in this range between 40.5K and 43K isn't really too meaningful. We need to break out of 43 to the upside, or out of 40.5K to the downside, to really get some movement in here, yeah. Overall, we are in this downtrend. You can see that actually in the channel. So there is a resistance here of this channel. So when we move a bit sideways and we hit that, that could push us down, okay? That could. But it's too early to say. So overall, we just have to wait at the moment. But the message here is the correction isn't over yet, in my view, you know. Even if we move up from here, and I just told you here these scenarios, even if we came into this area, from my point of view, looking at this structurally, the correction wouldn't be over. If I see any sign that the correction will be over, maybe bullish divergences, and yeah, to be fair, there is a small bullish divergence here on the 4-hour chart, but how meaningful is that? How meaningful is that? Can't see it on the daily chart, can't see it on the 2-day, on the weekly. You know, even if we look here in the 4-day MACD pointing down, yeah, losing a bit of selling pressure, that's true. But if we go to the higher time frame on the weekly, we can still see there is space to go down further here on the weekly. There is space to go down here on the MACD. And overall, we hit support and we were oversold on the shorter term time frames. That is why we found support, in my view. Yeah, Cardano fighting still for survival, 115. To be fair, not much movement. I think it's waiting what Bitcoin is doing. Trading still within this descending wedge. As soon as we break out, I'll update you, of course. Current resistance here is at 115 or 116. Support is at 110. So we're getting squeezed into the apex. If we break out here, this could be quite a bit of a move. Yeah, expect a bit of a move, because as the price gets squeezed, when that is released, it's pretty much like a spring, which then gets released and moves in any direction. Personally, my view, and that's just a guesstimation, would be that we move up from here slightly, break out to the upside, basically because if I look at this, more often than not, we've really traded here at this resistance line and not necessarily at the support line. Every time we tested support, we bounced back quite strongly and then try to build up here for a breakout at the upside. And even now we're building up here for a breakout potentially, but overall it's nothing that I would personally, if I was trading this, I wouldn't trade it long, because overall we are in a downtrend, and the trend is your friend. Don't work against the trend, in my view. And this is a downtrend overall that we still are in. And even if we broke out here to the upside, I would want to see some confirmation. But again, there are different strategies, and you know, dollar cost averaging in, different strategies, and eventually it's up to you, of course, what you do. It's no financial advice, but I think just to make you aware here, we're in this descending wedge. Bullish pattern generally could be a reversal pattern. Yeah, it could be. And that now depends on Bitcoin, I think. It's waiting for what Bitcoin is doing. If Bitcoin moves into this wave B area or into this wave 4 area, then Cardano, I think, could really start very, very interesting moves here. And if we take a look on the ADA BTC chart before we finish, we can also see here that we started a reversal pattern here. You know, we did start, hasn't materialized yet, but we started here, coming down all the way in that descending channel here, then bottomed out, made higher lows and made higher highs, even broke above the 50-day line and above the 20-day line, but we've lost them just recently when Bitcoin moved down again. But we still are above this lower support line at 2500 pretty much, yeah, or 2550, and still in a higher low area here, but we made a lower high now. So it still seems like it's bottomed out for now, which is a good sign. And yeah, this could really be a first message that we are turning around here, because if we zoom out further, you can really see that the price came down really strong, and or the ADA BTC chart, it came down really strong, and it's clearly moving around here. You know, as you can see here with the lines that I put onto the chart before, just to show you the momentum. When we came down here, it's flattened out, and now it's even increasing a little bit, indicating that ADA is outperforming Bitcoin a little bit at least. But yeah, this is where we are at the moment. Unfortunately, we lost the 20-day and the 50-day moving average again. That's pretty much my view currently of the charts. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And if you found the content really interesting, maybe join the great community here. And thanks again for all your support. And if you want to join as channel member, you can find links to my website in the description. You could also join on YouTube. It's basically the same thing. All right. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.